This is part 2, continuing with complex numbers. I did put the solutions to SP3 here on simplifying each expression, working with negative radicals, or negatives under a radical, and then working on separating out the denominator and simplifying to write it as what's called a complex number. So the next thing about complex numbers is the powers of I. So we know that I squared equals -1, and there are other powers of I, and they follow a pattern. Now, for some courses, this pattern is very important. For our course, this pattern is not very important. So if you're interested, you are welcome to follow along how they work it out and to see this pattern. I am not going to ask you about the powers of I. All I want you to remember is that I is the square root of -1. And when you square it, I squared becomes -1. And we're going to use this fact for our next set of examples. So I skipped an example because it's just about the powers of I, and for me that's not what the focus is. So we're going to practice adding and subtracting complex numbers. So these, not in the highlighter, these have I as part of their number. So -2 minus 4i is considered one number, one complex number, plus one complex number minus another complex number. However, we're going to break this down into the real part and the imaginary part. So we're going to do -2 plus 5 minus 3. So -2 plus 5 minus 3. I'm going to write that down over here. -2 plus 5 minus 3. Well, that zeroes out. So the real number is 0. And then we're going to focus on just the imaginary numbers. We're going to do -4i plus +2i, so -4i plus +2i, which gives us -2i, and then minus -6i, which really becomes +6i. So I'm going to write all that down so we don't have to remember in our head. -4i plus 2i, and this negative create +6i. So if we work that out, we get 4i. So our answer has to be in the form a plus bi. So normally we might just want to write 4i, since the real number worked out to 0. We're going to write 0 plus 4i. Now on your test, I'm okay if you just put 4i, but on your homework, as you definitely know by now, it is very particular about how it has its answers. So we want to make sure that we write it exactly how the computer wants it. Part B was the same thing with fractions, but that's not the focus, so I'm not going to worry about part B. On SP5, you want to try it on your own. Again, isolate your focus to the real numbers, get a number, then change your focus to the imaginary numbers. You can pause this for a second and work it out. You should get 11 plus 0i, and again, on your test you don't have to write the plus 0i. That is the complex number form, a plus bi. And then again, part B was fractions, which I'm not going to worry about. So, for adding and subtracting, real with real, imaginary with imaginary. For multiplying, that does not apply. Everything multiplies with everything. I'm going to say that again. Everything multiplies with everything. So when we have two complex numbers, we're going to distribute, and if you grew up in Texas, we call this FOIL. I think it's Texas. It might just be Houston. I don't know. But FOIL, -2 times 4, -2 times -3i. And we're going to do 6i times 4 and 6i times -3i. So -2 times 4 is -8. -2 times -3i is going to be +6i. You treat it like a variable. 6i times 4 is going to be +24i. And then 6i times -3i is going to be -18i squared. We're going to start to see I squared more and more on these. So then we can simplify. We can put, let's see, the positive 6i with the 24i. Anytime you see I squared, you automatically switch it to negative 1 because there's no need to have I squared. It is always negative 1. You always replace I squared with negative 1 no matter what you're doing. So negative 8 plus 30i minus 18, but it's being multiplied by negative 1. Every single time, it's going to change the sign on the coefficient. Every time. Because you're going to multiply by a negative every time. So, I'm taking up too much space. I'm going to come up here. Negative 8 plus 30i. The minus 18 times negative 1 is going to become plus 18. Then it's a real number. So this real number and this real number, ooh, don't do that. This real number and this real number can go together for a final answer of 10. You put your real number first, plus 30i. Just like that. Okay, try SP6 part B. Don't worry about A. I don't remember why I skipped it. It was part decimals or something. So go ahead and work out SP6 part B, and you can pause the video. And I will write the answer, maybe, yes. All right, so once you multiply that out, you should get negative 11 plus 17i. There are some special products, but we're going to follow the same rules. Sometimes you have the same binomial squared, so the same binomial times itself. You can also have the binomials that look very, very similar, except one is positive and one is negative. There's a special name for those. Hopefully I'll spell it correctly. When one is positive and one is negative, but notice everything else is the same. 5 and 5, 2i and 2i. The only difference is one is positive and one is negative. They're called conjugates. It's kind of like opposites, but it's not actually opposite because the 5s aren't different. But in the middle, in the binomial, one's a plus, one's a minus, everything's the same. They're called a conjugate. Because we have imaginary numbers going on, we call them complex conjugates. But really, you just want to focus on the word conjugates. Conjugates is when one binomial is plus, one binomial is minus, everything else is the same. That's different than when they're both plus or when they're both minus. So that's a big difference here. So for A, we have 3 plus 4i times 3 plus 4i. It's plus, oh goodness, sorry, drug. It's minus on both. Plus on both. So we're going to do 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 times 4i, which is 12i. 4i times 3, which is also positive 12i. And then 4i times 4i, which is 16i squared. The 12i and the 12i can go together. Change colors again. The I squared, every time you see I squared, just in your head change it to negative 1. Every time it changes the sign of that coefficient. So that's going to be 6. Oh, where did I get 6 from? Let me try that again. Not 6. It's going to be 9 plus 24i minus 16. And then the 9 and the minus 16 can come together for our final answer. So it's all over the place. Final answer of negative 7 plus 24i. So I put the positive 9 with the negative 16 to get negative 7. And then the 12i and 12i make 24i. You put your real number first, then your imaginary number. Now for the conjugates, we're still going to FOIL. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times negative 2i is negative 10i. 2i times 5 is positive 10i. And positive 2i times negative 2i is negative 4i squared. Now, if it's a conjugate, if they're opposite signs in the middle, these middle terms will zero out every time. And that's going to come in handy when we divide next. So on this, if it's a plus and a minus and everything else is the same, the middle terms zero out, which leaves us with 25 minus 4, and I'm going to change that I squared to negative 1. That was supposed to be an arrow. Okay, which is 25 plus 4, which is 29. No more imaginary part, just 29. All right, so try SP7. Again, we're multiplying the same thing times itself, linear square, versus on B, we have a minus and a plus. So pause the video, try both of those, and then play it back to see how you did. All right, for SP7 part A, you should have gotten SP7, where am I? Okay, should have gotten negative 33 minus 56i, and on B, you should have gotten 109. There's your answer for B. There's your answer for A. Make sure you can work those out because we will see similar situations with quadratics. All right, we're at 12 minutes. I'm going to pause here and make a separate video for dividing because there's a lot going on there.